welcome to my channel, Living Consciously with Rachel. Today we are going to do a dishwashing soap or a dishwashing liquid, whatever you want to call it, that's what we are making. Why are we making this? Dishwashing soap is probably one of the most used chemicals in our house. You would think it was floor cleaner, but actually it's probably dishwashing soap. We wash our dishes obviously all day long. We all work from home at the moment, so the amount of dishes coming through this house and this sink is hot and regular. To top it off, we also have a 1-year-old child, so that just means there's even more dishes than there used to be with just the two of us. And because we have a 1-year-old, it's really important for us to make sure that we are as chemical free as possible and not having any extra toxins or nasties into anything he's touching or eating from. Another great reason as to why you would want to do a chemical free and natural dishwashing soap is because you want to reduce the number of chemicals and toxins that you're consuming on a day-to-day basis. Not only that, it also reduces the cost. Okay, dishwashing liquid soap isn't that expensive. I think here in Singapore it costs like $2 for a big container. However, what is the cost of that? It's only $2 for a container, great. But what you're actually consuming, what are you putting on your hands, what are you putting on your plates? Think about that cost. That is invaluable. And you can make a change to that by making your own. How much money can you save? I have done some cost for you. And this is a 300 ml container, and this probably costs about 40 cents to fill up every single time you need to use it. Or this one is a 500 ml, and I guess it's like 50 cents every time we fill it up. It's absolutely nothing. Lastly, it's just better for the environment. Less chemicals are going out into the ocean, and we're using less single-use plastic because we're using glass. So what are you gonna need to make your own dishwashing soap? First, you're gonna need to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up down here so that I know that you're enjoying this and I'll keep making more. And don't forget to comment if there's anything else you'd like me to try to make chemical free. I will try. Let's get to the ingredients. Number one ingredient is of course going to be our good friend Castle soap. I have chosen to use a lavender scent today. I'm also going to use that with a peppermint essential oil. I'm just going to mix those two. Why am I doing those scents? No reason, I just wanted to try something a little bit different. I'm always doing the same and I like to mix it up. You will need some water, of course, a little bit of baking soda. You absolutely do not have to use baking soda. I just choose to because it helps to get a bit more of the, cut through a bit of the grease. Just gives a bit of grit to it. It just makes it a little bit easier if you've got some greasy items in there, and that's just fine. And lastly, this is just a personal choice of mine. I like it to be soft on my hands and my nails, and because we're doing dishes so often at the moment, I needed something that's a little bit more nourishing. So I've opted to have a aloe vera juice to go with it, and I'm trying that out this month. Something else you could use is like jojoba oil. I know a lot of people use jojoba to soften their dishwashing liquid as well, so perhaps you could give this a try. I just happen to have this. Actually, I bought this when I gave birth to my first child because I heard that this goes great on sanitary pads that you then freeze and use after you've given birth. I had a C-section, so I didn't need this in the end. So it is multi-use. Okay, so I was gonna go through those ingredients again. Castile soap, essential oil, baking soda, some water, and a little bit of aloe vera juice. Let's get making. Alrighty, let's make. So we always start with our friend the Castile soap. Like I said, today we are making it with lavender, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put 1/4 cup in. So first, here comes my funnel, and I'm gonna put 1/4 cup of lavender soap. This is a 300 ml jar, and I'm putting 1/4 cup in here. You can give or take, you can do a little bit more if that makes you happy, but you know, 1/4 cup is fine. That makes it almost like, yeah, makes it about a quarter full. How's everyone's maths going? For me, I put in about a tablespoon of baking soda because I find that everything we have is a little bit gritty, so I shove that in there. I'm using your stirry stick to get it down. You don't have to use baking soda, like I said. There's no need for that. A bit of aloe vera. How much aloe vera am I putting in? Just under 1/4 cup. Again, there's no hard or fast, and I personally choose to use this because it does just make it a little bit softer. Then I'm gonna put in some peppermint essential oil. How many drops? Look, you know, as many as comes through when I shake it a few times, which is like 5 or 6, maybe 7. I mean, I think most places always say, you know, use 10, 15, but it's really up to you. And then lastly, I am going to add in some H2O until almost the top. That'll do. Next thing, I'm gonna take that out. Give it a stir. Just gonna have a smell. Wow, it's really, really nice. voila, there you have it. A do-it-yourself, chemical-free, very, very natural dishwashing soap. I think that took me, I don't know if anyone timed that, but I timed it and it was literally under 60 seconds. That means in 60 seconds, you can have your own chemical-free natural dishwashing soap ready to go at any time. It smells good, it tastes good, it's better for the environment, better for you, better for your home, better for your kids, doesn't use single-use plastic, and just generally wonderful. Get yourself on it, let me know how you go when you try this recipe, and if there's anything that you do that you think is a little bit better, quicker, or easier that we could perhaps try in the future. Now don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. We are going to be doing a few more DIYs before the end of the month. Don't forget, next November we're going to be starting composting, so look out for that. We'll see you soon.